Thanks for joining us again. Episode 14 of the Pavement Group podcast. I'm here with Brian Hess. What's happening, Brian?
What's happening, brother? Good to be here.
Good to have you here. Special episode today. We're talking about some hiring we're looking to do and the opportunities that we have in the Pavement Group right now. As you can see the sign above me, we're hiring. We're excited to talk about it. So let's get going with episode 14. All right, it is exciting to come back. We've been doing a lot of stuff, a lot of content. Brian took his show on the road for a little bit, was down in Fort Lauderdale. We've had a lot of fun, exciting things happening. I don't think anything's more exciting than the growth that we've experienced as a company, the Pavement Group this year, though. So it's nice to get back together here and throw a quick podcast episode together, talk about that. A big part of that is how we sort of got here, and then the folks that we're looking to have join us on the rest of the journey. So welcome back, Brian. It's always so fun to do this with you.
Yeah, so good to be here, man, and definitely good to be talking about a topic like this that's related to the best problem you can have, right? Which is growth.
Right on. Yeah, right on. And we'll jump right into that. So, it's almost like an ad. We're almost doing like a digital ad. We live in a digital age, and you're trying to find people. It's no secret that it's sort of a little difficult to hire right now across the country in all different businesses. We see that. We've been pretty fortunate over the years that we've been able to find, obviously, world-class people, as I refer to them as. We've got some of the best in the business. We have the best in the business. We really do, the people that work for us, very fortunately. And we're casting the net wider because it's been a crazy busy year. The volume is increasing, and we're looking for people, a couple of roles specifically, but really some people across the whole company. So you want to talk a little bit about that, Brian? What do you think has gotten us to where we are this year? Why do you think things are so, I'll say, exciting and so going so fast?
Yeah, I think that it's kind of related to, and in my opinion, why people would actually want to work here too. It's a combination of, lots of consistency, lots of, efforts on the sales side of things, the marketing side of things, and branding side of things. And then that combined with kind of the technology backbone that we've built as a company and allowing us to go, pretty fast, right? As a result of that, allowing us to have incredible communication with our customers, really bringing us closer to them than any other company in our industry, and just leveraging technology at every twist and turn that we can to be able to deliver the results as fast as possible to our customers with as much visibility as possible, right? And so the one thing that I want to make sure that anybody that's, looking at our company or looking at why they should work here is this is not your average construction company. We are very innovative, very forward-thinking, and technology-driven in a way that is very unique in our industry. And so I think that what I just described, why people might want to work here, is also the very reason why we've had the explosive growth that we've had. And that brings us to, needing to bring more people in to be able to support that growth and continue moving forward.
Yeah, no, right on, man. And when we've brought some people in that have been within the industry, and we're partnered, fortunate to be partnered with a lot of great other paving companies out there. But people are always kind of, I think, blown away by what we've built here from a technology platform standpoint. And I know you had the vision years ago. I met you a number of years ago when you were already talking about how do we take, because we both we both love this industry. We both love the paving world. The hundreds, if not thousands, of people that we've met through this industry. It's been an amazing way to make a living for the last almost 20 years for me. And I think you're a lot older than me. I don't know how long it's been for you, Brian. But there's a lot of things that just never evolved. And you see opportunity, and that's what sort of entrepreneurs do. You want to solve a problem. How do you think we knew how to build, or you knew the vision you had and the team that you put together?
Yeah, I think it's interesting, man. It's it's really a combination of things. I think it goes to, this whole idea of, starting off in this industry, I really didn't know in the very beginning of me starting to sell in this industry. I didn't know anything about asphalt and concrete. And so I had to actually ask people what their problems were. And when I asked people what their problems were, it kind of led me to a place of realizing that, most of what people were concerned with wasn't related to the work. The work was okay for the most part for them. It was the process. It was, improving what we call the customer experience, right? And those words are really foreign to our industry in a lot of ways. Like people don't talk about customer experience in the construction world. And so for me, I came from a technology background, and so it was kind of second nature for me to look to technology to be a solution as often as we possibly could. And so with that said, as we started to build the Pavement Group, we knew that we were going to try and use technology everywhere that we could to, again, decrease that distance between us and the customer, right? Kind of get them on the same side of the desk as we are, if you will, and try to solve those problems. And I also think that helps us be able to get really well-rounded talent inside of our company, right? Where people can adapt to this process, and it's very easy to learn what you're doing here because the process is so well defined through a technology driven platform, right? And so when you walk in the door here, we have not just the technology that makes it easy to understand how to serve our customers at a high level, but we've also got, extensive training, right? We got some of the best training in the industry. I might be a little biased, but I think maybe the best training in the industry, with having, the top contractor school community of people feeding us some of the most innovative ideas on every front of the industry that, we're training out what we do. And then they're giving us, additional ideas that we can mold together and just create really a powerhouse customer experience and process that's really great from a customer satisfaction standpoint, and also really great from an employee satisfaction standpoint, because people love to work in places where they understand what their role is and they understand what it is they're supposed to do. And then it's easy for them to get recognized because they're doing the things that are necessary to create success inside the company.
Yeah, no, well said, man. What I love about the Pavement Group too is that you don't come in here in a traditional role. Like, you have the opportunity. Matter of fact, you're really encouraged to push yourself, whether it's through sort of social media or if you want to share. We do a lot of things that are sort of interdepartmental because of the way the company's made up. So you really get an opportunity to have an impact and try some things that maybe you wouldn't feel comfortable trying somewhere else. It's sort of, as Brian says, like, you've got to be managed closely. It's probably not the best place for you. If you want to come in and bring your talents and bring your skills and try some new stuff, this is a safe place, man. This is the best place in my mind. It's a little bit of an incubator within the construction industry of trying different things. And, it fosters creativity. It fosters tremendous collaboration and teamwork. And it really is, it's special. So let's talk a little bit about the roles specifically that we're looking for right now. You want to take that, maybe the sales coordinator?
Yeah, sure. So, the sales coordinator is really, in my mind, to Todd's point, it's kind of a jump off point. We try to put everybody in a position when they come into the company in a position that creates not just current success, but future success. And so we have found real success in exposing people to the process at the base of everything, right? At the foundation of everything. And so this sales coordinator position is really, it gets the exposure of what it looks like to be a salesperson. You're really involved in that process without the pressure of being in sales, right? So the ideal candidate that we'd be looking for is a person that could graduate into a sales position. And for those of you who know, I don't know how anybody doesn't know Eli, but Eli on our team is a great example of what that position looks like and then what it's capable of becoming in the future, right? Where you learn the ropes by coming in and really getting exposed to everything, right? To some degree, you might call it drinking from a fire hose, because you're getting kind of every angle of the business coming at you. You're dealing with the contractors that do the work outside of the local markets that we're in. You're dealing with the sales side of things and communicating with customers. You're dealing with the internal team that kind of works on all these large accounts that we have. And so it really creates, for the right person, it creates a really well-rounded scenario where they don't just learn that position, but they learn a lot about business in the process, right? Because you're seeing every aspect of everything from compliance, getting paperwork back from contractors that we need to make sure that compliance is in place, to making sure that the speed of delivery is up to the expectations that we have and that our customers expect from us. And, so from every angle, it's a position that's really a great launch pad for somebody that's looking to build a career. And you don't necessarily have to have sales experience to have this position. In a lot of ways, this is a great opportunity for someone that may, have that personality or have those gifts that would be, high potential for success in sales, but maybe has been a little hesitant because of the quota side of that or because of the pressure of selling. You could come in and kind of support a salesperson, see what people do that are really successful in sales. And I would put our sales team against anybody in any industry and really learn from the best of how that works. And then over a period of time, you're going to learn exactly how to do it and be able to scale into almost any position in the company from this sales coordinator position.
Yeah, that's what's going to make it really unique. Eli is such a great example because he's had great success and he's really embraced it. But he came in here really kind of wanted to learn about marketing, right? That was sort of what his track was. And now but he had an opportunity to talk to hundreds of contractors around the country when he was doing the sourcing part of the job. Learn, what's different about paving in Denver versus Dallas versus Miami, who the key players are, who can I rely on, and learned a lot through a lot of the industry veterans as well. So he's got a piece, and obviously he's a whiz with the technology, and he's very good at marketing as well. So he's become this really well-rounded employee, fortunately for us. But if someday he chooses to leave, I think that's really your motto, Brian, is that we're sending people out of here better than when they came in, a lot better. Not that we want anybody to leave, but we're going to, definitely going to invest in you and put you on the track and the journey in your life for whatever it is that you want to do.
Yeah, I'm a big believer. I think it was Richard Branson that said, train them well enough that they could go leave and do anything they want, and treat them well enough that they never will. And that's really the culture, right? Is like, we want to not just improve, your career and your business life, but hopefully pour into you in a way that improves every aspect of your life, from your relationships at home, your friendships, your relationship with your family, and certainly build a culture here that people feel welcome. When you were talking about kind of how we came up with the idea of what this would be like at the Pavement Group, it's a result of me working in a variety of different places, whether it be corporate America or private business, and really, experiencing some of the good things and then some of the things that I wasn't necessarily a fan of in some of the positions that I have. And there's good and bad to everything, but really taking the best of the best and trying to create a culture that I feel like people would be attracted to, and really create a place where people, to your point, can come in and create their own path, right? And we don't put people in boxes here. It's, you come in and if you're a talented person, we're going to find a place for you to exist. And we're going to continue to pour into you until we figure out what that path is. It takes a lot of talent to do what we do. From a quantity of people standpoint, it takes a lot of really talented people to pull off what we do every day. And so we're always looking for that next talented person. And so if anybody out there is listening to this and any of this sounds interesting or sounds like something you haven't heard before, definitely feel free to reach out to us, and we'd love to talk to you.
Sure. So what's the best way for people to get a hold of us? It's easiest. We only exist on 97 social channels and 3 TV shows, but what's the best way?
Yeah, social. There's a variety of ways, right? You can go to thepavementgroup.com, and at the bottom of the page, there's a contact us button. You can click that. You can DM us on any of the social platforms. You can DM me on any of the social platforms. You can email us at info@thepavementgroup.com. If you want to get in contact with us, it shouldn't be too hard. And if you can't figure that out, you probably don't need to work here.
Right. That's a great point. There's your first task. Your first test is trying to track us down. Yeah. 3 seconds later, all right, we're ready to go with it. And we've got that's the one right now that we're very, very strategic. We're looking for a couple. of sales coordinators to help us because, again, things are ramping and we're building the infrastructure and we're realizing that person that sits in the middle of everything is so key. It's a tremendous opportunity, but really throughout the whole company. I mean, we're always looking for sales reps as well. We're looking for operational help, whether that's folks out in the field or if that's, people inside helping us with project coordination. So opportunities right now certainly aren't limited just to that sales coordinator position, but that is one that we're very focused on right now.
Yeah. Short term, I mean, we're in need immediately for those positions, and but to your point, man, we are always looking for people that are looking for us, right? And when we find the right people, we find a way. We've had a couple of people that ended up on our team that at the time that they came here, we didn't necessarily have a full workload for them to do what they have done in the past or whatever. But if if you're the right person, we're going to find a seat for you. And if we can't find a seat for you right away, we're going to let you know that. We try to, we take these hiring decisions very serious because it's a huge commitment on the person's part that's choosing us, and it's a huge commitment in return. And we don't take that lightly. There's families involved, and not just the family of the person that we're hiring, but the families of the people on our team. So, we're looking for those, what we would call the +1 multipliers, right? Those people that can come in and really elevate the performance of the whole team by their presence on our staff. So,
yeah, no, right on. And it's a fun time. It's an exciting time. It's a busy time, but it really is an unusually cool time to get involved with the Pavement crew. So if there's anybody out there that's looking, like Brian said, hit us up any way you can. We'll have a conversation to start. And we're not super formal people. It'll get formal if it starts going down that road. But just even if you got a couple of questions you want to ask, there's a lot of information about what the job is specifically that we posted on the social channels as well. But there are no dumb questions. That's not true. There's tons of dumb questions, but I don't believe any of these people will ask one. So shoot us a note and ask any questions you have. Good deal. All right, Brian. Well, this was fun.
I was just going to say, you said we're going to get formal. I don't know that that's we were going to have to hire somebody to take that role.
Right.
Whoever's going to get
Very
formal, we're going to have to fill that role first. So if there's anybody out there that's really good at being formal, we're looking for you because I'm not so sure that we're too formal here. Yeah, we like to have a lot of fun though. So if you're looking to have fun and be in a high energy, high paced environment, man, you found the right place.
No, absolutely. Absolutely right on. All right, good deal. Well, we've got a couple of good episodes coming up here over the next 2 weeks too. We've got some guests coming in that we're very excited about. So a few folks that are industry, non-industry, fascinating technology guys going to be joining us. We're going to be talking about recruiting. I think in 2 weeks we've got that going on. So recruiting within our industry and best practices beyond. That's going to be really cool and I think helpful. So touching on a lot of stuff, Brian. This was a lot of fun. Any parting shots, my man?
Always is, man. No, I look forward to hearing from everybody out there that might be watching or listening. And man, it's just a lot of fun. As you said, it's a lot of fun to be here right at this time when everything is just everything's clicking. And this is it's been such an incredible year. The growth is through the roof, and we look forward to welcoming whoever these next two special human beings are to the team and our Pavement Group family.
Right on, man. All right. Sales coordinator position. Again, you can find the descriptions in all our social. Reach out to us if you're open to talk about it. Any other positions, we're also talking, interested. We want to meet you guys. Thank you very much for watching, listening. Episode 14, a special one about the hiring of the Pavement Group podcast. We'll see you all next time.